Welcome back to the My Pro Golfer channel. This is Jeremy Franks coming to you from the short game area here at Queenstown Harbor. A lot of you have commented on when should I putt versus chip versus pitch, and today we're going to explain that for you. So the number one thing is just assessing the lie and what you have in front of you. So depending on your level of playability, I'll say, this could be a chip or a putt, but most people should putt it. And the reason is there's nothing really significantly in front of you. And a good rule is just if there isn't anything in front of you, putt it whenever possible. So we're gonna get up here and we're gonna putt this. If you're a great chipper of the golf ball, you might actually chip this, but I think for the majority of people that golf, you're gonna wanna give this a little putt. I'm not gonna get too far off with that shot. Now you come down to this lie and you could putt it. And if you're a high handicap, I would recommend you putt it. But because I'm not, and I wanna be a little bit more precise, I'm gonna chip it. I would recommend if you're sort of a middle handicap, an 8-iron to pitching wedge here. I've got my lob wedge just because that's what I'm best with. And I've also practiced this shot with a lob wedge a lot. So we're gonna get up here. I'm gonna play a little bit further back in my stance to sort of make it feel like a pitching wedge, and then just make my straight back, straight through little chip. And that's about 4 feet, so that's not too bad, not great. But now I come back here and I clearly, with this lie, cannot putt. A chip shot is supposed to go about halfway and roll out. So I could chip this, but I want to get the ball all the way on the green, so I'm going to create a pitch. So instead of putting it back in my stance, leaning my shaft down to compress it out, I'm actually going to get a little wider, play the ball a little bit more middle of my stance, and I'm going to pitch, which basically means I'm just going to have a slightly bigger swing, so there's some natural hinge there. And that brush stroke will bring the ball up and out in a higher floppy motion, and I'll get that ball up on the green. Those 3 lies are essential to see in your head to determine what's the best shot for you. All right, so hopefully this was helpful. If you're a higher handicap and you're not gonna putt this putt, but you're gonna chip it, I'd recommend an 8-iron. And the reason I'd recommend an 8-iron is because it's similar face, it has just a little bit more loft than the putter, so you don't have to be as precise, whereas the lob wedge has a ton of loft and this flange that's designed to do different things, and it could come into the way if your technique is not great with chipping. So you want to be able to use something flatter, and this is only really recommended for a pitch shot in which you already have a nice lie and there's plenty of rough to get the ball up and out. So just to recap, putt whenever possible. I'd even recommend it for some high handicappers right on the edge of the rough, because it's just going to get the ball out and rolling without the ability to hit the flange and send it way over the green. We're trying to minimize your strokes and your shots. So from a far distance, we want the pitch where we can have a little bit of loft and we got the grass in front of us. And then for that medium range, little 8-iron chip to whatever you like feeling comfortable with. The key is practice and get a sense of where these balls go based on what you do. It's not so much about your technique, it's about what you do and learning what happens for you around the green. And I'm here to help you with that. So comment below, like, subscribe, check us out at myprogolfer24.com. And if you want my personal help, I'm here to help you. Sign up with the link below and we'll talk exactly how to take you step by step as far as you want to go in golf.